Is this thing on? We're down, Joe. It's No Home TV, back with another boxing video. Let me roll this window up real quick, y'all. Get right with the Lord. Anyway, yeah, man, it's fight night, fight day, fight night, whatever you want to call it. Odd, awkward day, but this ain't the first time this year. As far as, you know, a boxing match being on a Thursday night, top-ranked card, ESPN. I'm going to have to spend the night out over the road tonight, so I'm going to have to download my damn Hulu to my phone, which I never had to. It's always just been on my TV.
In half a mile, keep right at the fork to continue on I-70 West. Follow signs for I-70 West, St. Louis.
Yeah, don't say. Anyway, yeah, Joe, I just wanted to talk about the fights that's coming up tonight. Two co-main events, so to speak. First and foremost, you got the businessman.
Keep right at the fork
Keyshawn
to continue
Davis.
on I-70
right,
West.
Shut up, let me talk. First and foremost, you got, wait, this bitch finna say something else. Hold on. Wait for
Continue on I-70 West for 77 miles.
So, anyway, yeah, man, businessman Keyshawn Davis going against Jose Pedraza. Probably, you know, his first real solid test opponent / opponent, whatever. I think that is going to be a one-sided wash, if I'm being honest, man. I think Keyshawn is the goods. Yeah, he does talk a fucking lot. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Okay, back to it. Yeah, yeah, I think Keyshawn is going to wash Pedraza, man. I think he's going to put on a dominant performance. I think he's going to even stop him, in my opinion. I would say mid-rounds, probably 5th or 6th round, he'll put Pedraza away. Keyshawn after that is, you know what it's going to be. It's going to be who you fight next. And since he's a prospect amongst, you know, a bunch of other prospects, you know, kind of high profile in his ranking, or in his weight class, should I say, division, like Andy Cruz, Floyd Schofield, you know, I think both of those are real good fights for him, man. Good tests for him, man. And we need to start seeing these fights early because we goddamn sure ain't getting them late. Let's be honest. Getting real tired of this once-a-year shit, man. Like I said before in the previous video, man, I respect Tim Tszyu for what he said, all these once-a-year ass fighters. That's the reason why I think he's going to wash not Crawford. No, he's gonna get destroyed by Crawford, even though Crawford's a once-a-year fighter. I think he's gonna watch Keith Thurman, but you know, we'll get to that. You know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But the main event, the main course, Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz. Both fighters look in great shape. I saw the weigh-in. Both fighters feel confident going into this fight. I think that it's hard to call this fight, man, because, you know, we all know that, you know, Teofimo, he could be hit or miss sometimes, man. Now, when Teofimo first went against, or when he went against Lomachenko, I remember saying that he was going to beat Lomachenko, man, and I still kick myself in the ass to this day because I told myself to put some money on T.O. to beat Lomachenko, even though the odds were against T.O. And he pulled it off like I thought he would. And I would have been, who knows how much more, you know, dollars richer. But, you know, after that fight, since that fight, you know, he had, what was it? He had the loss to Kambosos because his head got too big. He started talking way too much shit. He got his head, you know, out of the fight and started thinking about bigger and better things, started looking past his opponent. End up going in there with George Kambosos and getting his ass whooped. Call it a fluke or whatever you want to call it, he still lost. Then he fought Sandor Martin. Sandor Martin, you know, gave him a run for his money, dropped him twice, in my opinion. The second one wasn't called, but if you go back and watch that fight, he actually dropped T.O. twice. But, you know, little home cooking, you know, home network cooking for Teofimo, you know, being the favorite and all that shit. So they gave him the nod. They gave him the decision. Even though I felt Sandor should have won that fight. But he didn't really do that much either. Fast forward a little bit, he fights Josh Taylor. You know, in all honesty, I was picking against them to lose against Josh Taylor. Even though Josh Taylor didn't look all that good in his Catterall fight. And, you know, nobody really wanted to admit that. Everybody kind of swept that under the rug. But it looks like, you know, Josh Taylor's going to have to revisit that ass whooping. But he goes in there and he fucks Josh Taylor up, man. I mean, he beats his ass from pillar to post. I was shocked. I was watching in utter shock and awe. Kind of like when I saw Bud, you know, putting the bangs on Earl. Pause. But, you know, I don't know. You know, Jermaine Ortiz, he made a good account of himself in his Lomachenko fight. I thought he edged Lomachenko, but of course, you know, being the favorite, you know, they gave Loma the nod. So it's going to be interesting to see how this fight plays out, man. If I had to do a final prediction, a final pick, I'd say it goes to decision. I think both fighters are too young, too hungry, too fast, too strong to, you know, and too determined to get, you know, knocked out. So I see it going to decision. I think they're going to be trying to figure each other out. I think it's going to be a high-level chess match. But we'll see what happens, man. Anyway, it's No Home TV, man. I'll be back with another one. Peace.